when y'all do stuff for these chicks, and this goes back to my first point or my second point when I was telling y'all to stop running like an Olympic sprinter, right? When you buy her stuff, let's say for example you buy her a flower, and flowers is not even expensive, right? But let's say you buy her a flower, you go to the grocery store or fucking Kroger or something like that, and you get a rose, and that junk don't even cost nothing. What, $5, $6, $7, $8, $9 or something like that, right? Don't do it every day. As a matter of fact, you know how to communicate, you can chill, you can hang out, you can be present, but do not do that stuff every day because I'm telling you, you can't maintain it. And you're setting up an expectation that you can't do. You have to spread that junk out a little bit and make it more meaningful. When y'all having conversations and somebody says, I love you, don't say it immediately. It's going to look weird at first. It's just going to be like, she said it to you. And be like, okay, I love you. Okay, I'm feeling you. All right, thank you, babe. And it's going to seem weird at first. But the thing that you're going to eventually communicate to her is, listen, baby. She's going to say, why you ain't say it back? Because I don't just want to tell you I love you just because you told me you love me. I want to say it authentically so that you can understand that it's meaningful in the moment. And I don't just want this to just be a thing. I don't just want to be responding to you. I love you back. Because then it's not real. But then on the other side, you're going to have to follow through. Even if you got to put a reminder in your phone, you're going to have to follow through later or maybe 2 days later and say, hey, I love you. And I don't even want you to say it back. Just hear me out. I love you. I adore you. I think that you are one of the sweetest. Listen, I need y'all to be able to play this back. Play it back, y'all. Save this one, send it to your friends and family, and then play it back. I'm giving you the game on how it is that you can do this thing, all right? Tell her, when she say I love you, let her get a little bit upset. Let her get a little bit bothered. Let her sit on it, and don't even explain it to her right away. And then when she tell you the second time, don't even do nothing. And then when she get ready to walk away and she seem a little bit upset, grab her and pull her a little closer and say, hey, I know you love me. And I really do love you too, but I just don't want to respond to it because you beat me to it. And she's going to be like, what you mean I beat you? No, you beat me to it. I wanted to actually tell you I loved you first, but you beat me to it. And I don't even want to say that every single time because I don't want it to get stale, right? I want everything that we're doing to be fresh. You know what I'm saying? So I know you love me. And I appreciate you. And I adore you. And you are the best thing that's ever happened to me. You have a great day. And I can't wait for you to get home. Tell her that don't tell her every day, but tell her that every once in a while and space it out, right? And then a couple days later, lead her into it. Hey, you know I love you, right? You are like the best, but tell her at a time that is meaningful. Man, I love the way you just talked to my daughter. I love you so much for that. I love that, the way you talk to my daughter. You are like the best mother ever. Dog, you will get pussy for the next month. I promise you. She's going to be throwing it at you. You're not even going to be able to get enough pussy. Y'all wonder why I have sex almost every single day? Because I don't run red lights. Y'all wonder how I have sex every day? Is because I'm not doing it just as a formality. I'm doing it because it's the thing that want to be done every single day. I'm trying to tell you that the games you play and the moves that you win and the ways in which you communicate and all of that other type of stuff, you want to start the dating process after you commit and you get married, not before, because then you're setting false expectations that you can't maintain. But this is something that you're going to continuously work towards and through. Pull her close to you and have a conversation. Hey, remember when you told me this a few years ago and you were saying such and such and such and such? I remember that. That meant something to me. I took that serious. I still think about that to this day. You probably lying like a motherfucker, but I still think about that to this day. She gonna melt in her heart. She not even gonna see another dude. Anybody that was even in her purview, ain't gonna be no such thing as a work husband. She might quit her job. That she might be coming home like, hey, I want to quit my job. I don't even want to be there no more. And she don't got eyes for nobody but you, man. I'm telling you. So, anyways, I don't want to overwhelm y'all. I don't want to bombard y'all with too much information because I like to space things out. Who knows? Who knows? I might do another live next week. I may do another live 3 weeks from now. But more importantly, I just want to encourage y'all. Let me answer some of the stuff that y'all saying in the chat. B Love says, what obstacles do you run into, Anton Daniels? I love your insight. I'm gonna answer some of y'all questions in the chat. I don't run into any obstacles at all. I don't. I have a level of consistency, and I think that the only obstacle that I run into at this point, because I'm wondering if you're talking about now or you're talking about previously. I don't run into any obstacles. Every day is like it's like heaven. You know what I'm saying? It's like living in bliss. I can't think of any obstacles right off the top of my head that I run into. I'll give you one. I think one of the biggest obstacles that we've had is parenting styles. You know, she wanted me to be a little bit more aggressive with my daughter when she was coming up, but I believed in balance, and so I didn't believe in playing bad cop, bad cop. I believed in playing good cop, bad cop, and she didn't want to be the bad cop every time. So that was probably one of the main obstacles that we ran into. It's just trying to understand because you don't know what you don't know, and you just going by what it is that you think and how you was raised as far as parenting styles. But other than parenting styles, I can't think of anything as an obstacle. So let me see. What other questions do y'all have that's meaningful to the conversation with regard to relationships? Thank you, Jordan. I love you too. I love your game too. Uh, uh, uh. Now, as far as marriage, you saying B love? I don't have any obstacles as far as marriage at all. The only thing that I can think of is that Rita want to spend a lot more time with me every day. But I'm a workaholic, and I've always been a workaholic, and I think that Rita is becoming more and more, um, even more into me every day, to where she just wants me to spend every moment with her. She always wants to be up under me and around me, and it's really just time and capacity, and so. That's the only obstacle is just that. But I also think that y'all need to get away from each other because too much time spent around each other can actually create a toxic environment and not a beneficial one. Demetrius says, "What did you see in Rita at 20 years old?" Uh, she was just my best friend. Like I didn't really care about her career or anything like that. Um, she was just the person that knew the most about me, and she had my best interest at heart, and she would fight for me. Like she would just fight to be in my presence. She would fight to always be up under me. She would fight to spend a lot of time with me, and she just absolutely adored me. Like she was like the most sweetest, best person that I had ever met, and she was just like willing to give up everything for me. I remember like she was willing to give up her family. She was willing to give up her. She gave up her friends. She gave up her family when her family wasn't aligned with what it is that I had going on, and so she was just so loyal and dedicated to what it is that I had going on. She was willing to give up everything for me, and I just couldn't ignore that. You know what I'm saying? That's just something that I couldn't forget or ignore. So that was really meaningful.